Hello, hello, my love. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the podcast. I wanted to reflect today on just finding opportunity in a day when things seem to not be going your way. So I wore my bright pink colors today. I've got the fireplace going in the background if you're watching me on YouTube. I've got my pink Christmas tree all lit up. I just wanted to bring like the power of pink today and just say that there's a reason why I love the color pink in the first place. And I think it just brings happiness, it brings joy, I think it brings light and love, I think it brings laughter. I just see that color in so many different realms of positivity. So pink positivity, and just kind of going off of that and implementing it into my day. I know I've discussed this a couple times where I feel as if I am not the person that is always happy. No one is truly the person that is always happy, but there are ways to go about approaching the day as things tend to come in that are negative and how we react to those. So being less reactionary is something that I'm constantly always working on. It's just something that we all need to be more aware of. My boyfriend had brought it up to me a lot in the beginning of our relationship, and he's just like, you're reactionary. Like the minute that something doesn't go your way, you're just like balls to the walls, like angry, upset, instead of adapting to whatever the scenario is and seeking opportunity in it. And not that I always do this, but we tend to reflect on those things more with our loved ones than anything. So today I just wanted to like pop on and talk to you about a couple things in that regard. So we're back. I've got Mika with me now in the camera frame. She's just discovering herself behind the old mirror. So I don't know why she's been so excited to see herself. I guess she's learning from her mom. So again, anyway, this pink positivity, this power of pink that I keep kind of bringing up is just basically understanding and seeing that there's the positive moments in your life that you can bring in, even in a bad situation. Thank you. And in those bad situations, there are times where I have a bunch of stuff on my plate. I'm always saying yes to a bunch of things because I know that I can handle it. But you also have to realize that you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. We really, truly are capable of so much more. And that sometimes is a challenge as well, because I'll take on more than I can chew. And we've all done that, but in certain scenarios, when you have a really long day, back to back to back to back. So I had a day where I had a beautiful Groupon that I could finally use for a facial, which I so needed. And while I was laying on that table, there were some blackheads on my face, which I know I'm sharing like TMI maybe, but she's like, I'm just gonna get rid of a couple blackheads you have. And I noticed I had a bunch on my nose. Now, I was thinking about things in life, like let's say all the places where they weren't is all the positive things in my life, and we're gonna say all the blackheads are negative, because of course, like we don't want them. So cleaning them out, taking the time to clean them out, but fixating on the rest of my face that didn't have those blackheads. So I left there, going on, and then after that, I had basically had 2 back-to-backs of teaching 2 yoga classes, and then after that, I had to go to work and be present, and it's very busy. I'm in retail right now. It's even given pandemic, it's sometimes a little bit more controllable with the amount of guests that we have, but at the same point, it can be really busy and it can be really hectic, and there's a lot that's out of our control and a lot of new ways of dealing with it. So for us, it's just been kind of this new normal that we're all adapting to, whether you're a guest or an employee with anybody that's doing any type of retail or shopping experience at this time. And every single person that I come encounter with, like I could have shown that I was tired, I was drained, I was dehydrated that day, I was this, I was that. But what I chose to do instead was to really be present, to really listen and be responsive to what people were asking of me. I wanted to be responsive to, I hear you, I understand that this is frustrating, know that we're doing the best we can. I'm also a massive person that believes in inclusive moments. So trying to make sure that the circle is always open for everyone, that everyone always feels included. It's one of the biggest things that I try to have as a pillar of like who I am as a person and what I want to be as a leader and as a friend, as a partner, is just to make sure that everyone always feels included. So what I have learned from that is, in the sense of like making people feel included, I wanted to make sure that they all felt heard and that I understood the frustration. And instead of just getting more and more and more frustrated with each and every complaint, I looked at it as an opportunity to make that person's day. Because I try to do that myself, is I looked at each of those scenarios. Instead of someone complaining, I was like, I know I can flip this. So I brought my like authentic self to the table, tried to connect with them in different ways. Of course, there are some people that like just aren't feeling it, but watching them shift and change and knowing that you had an effect on them, as opposed to like feeding into the negativity and just being upset as well that you couldn't do anything to help them. I think that's like the biggest thing that I took away this week. So the pink positivity and finding the power in that is what has truly helped me be successful in a day where I know I could be having a bad, poor time and it could just keep getting worse, or having a day where I can see it getting better and I know that I can be in control of that. I can be less reactionary. And I can go my own way and make sure that I am able to do my best to get things rolling in a positive manner. So this week, this is a short and sweet episode, but I wanted to share this with you because I want you to find ways that you can flip around that positivity. Whether it's just to approach the next thing on your list with a little bit more of an open mind and seeking that opportunity, or if you want to do it more in another sense where it's every encounter that you're with, whether it's a coworker or your partner. It's so easy for us to take it out on our loved ones, but to see the opportunity to like be there for them and listen and to flip your day around, instead of feeling so drained and then feeling like you need to be there for someone, seeking it as an opportunity to say like, hey, my day might be better because I'm going to have this amazing conversation with this person. My day may be better because I am going to give this person what they need, and then that way they're going to be so thrilled and it's going to exude joy from them back to me, and I'm going to start to feel better and I'm going to start to feel like I can do more. Another big thing is when you have a lot of people wanting things from you. This is something that I've been hearing so much from not only coworkers, but moms that I've been interviewing lately. And we give, right? With Miko, I always feel like that too. And I know that I don't have kids myself, but like that's what I'm feeling is the minute that I get off of work, or the minute that I'm finished with a yoga class, or the minute that I've been away, is she needs a walk. She needs attention. She needs to be brushed. I need to vacuum because she's shedding right now. Whatever it is. And instead of looking at that in a negative way, what I've been doing is I've been going on walks in different places and enjoying all of the Christmas lights, and been able to see those lights and like illuminate my day and illuminate my evening by putting my phone away for a second, going on a walk for those lights, and just enjoying the fact that I have a dog that gets me up off of my butt and away from my computer and away from my phone, and takes me on these adventures to go out on a walk, as opposed to like, another thing I have to do before I get to feed myself, or another thing. And trust me, I've done that too, but I've been enjoying the walk so much more because when I get home, I'm like, I just walked home for 30 minutes and now I get to take my pooch and I get to go walk around and see all these bright lights. So just flipping that around. One of the biggest things that I did when I was working as a bartender, I was the only bartender, I was basically the floor manager. You know, we didn't really have, I was the point of contact for everything and everyone. And not only the guests, but all the employees. So when that became overwhelming, I used to do this thing where I would literally like squat down, act like I was trying to get something from like the fridge or down below, and I would just like close my eyes and say this mantra to myself for like 30 seconds while I took breaths doing it. And it's totally fine. You can take 30 seconds. Heck, you can even take 10 seconds. No one's gonna miss you that badly, I promise. You'll still be able to complete all tasks. But I'd sit down and I'd close my eyes and I'd say, I have everything that everybody wants, and I'm going to get to them as soon as I can. I'm not God. And that was pretty much what I would say to myself all the time. I'd be like, I know I have everything that everybody wants. I know I have everything that everybody wants. I'm going to get to them eventually. I'm going to get to them eventually. I'm not God. I'm not God. I can only do my best. And what I noticed is when I would approach that and I would vocalize to people like, hi, I see you, welcome in. I just have a couple tasks that I have to complete before I can take care of you, but I just wanted to say hello, is that they felt seen. So acknowledging that people feel seen. So if you have a million people looking at you, you can always just gesture to them like, listen, just be real with them, be transparent, and just make sure that people feel seen, because that's another great way of including people in and utilizing that smile of yours or whatever it is that is making sure people feel taken care of, whether that's emails. Like maybe just do a respond all email for everyone coming in saying, I'm having a massive rush of emails right now, just so you know, I'll get back to you in a timely manner in the order of appearance of emails. It's all these different things. We can just allow people to know that they're seen and included, so then that way they understand. And a lot of times when I feel like someone's complaining, I'll always just kind of go with that attitude. Like, I can acknowledge exactly what you're asking of me. This is what's going on. I will get to you as soon as possible. And usually if you explain all that, they're like, oh yeah, go ahead, do what you need. They're not as demanding and as needy when those things happen. So I wanted to offer all of that to you today, and just think about that color pink. Maybe tell me your favorite pink rock star like outfit, backpack, accessory, whatever it is. Tell me some instance that you probably found this week that you sought opportunity instead of continuing the negativity and the stress of your day. And then tell me if you use the mantra. If you go to the back, there are times that I pretend like I need to go get something and I just run to the back and I close my eyes for 10 to 15 seconds and say, I have what everyone needs. I'm not God. Just go through whatever that mantra is for you. And I'm just offering you that. If this is something that doesn't apply to you this week, maybe it applies to someone else. So give them that conversation and let them know that, you heard this here on the luxury of self-care. So I wanted to just check in with you all and say, I know that the holidays are so stressful, so find yourself that fabulous mantra that's just going to really jumpstart you into all this pink positivity, because I know you're gonna nail it. I know this Christmas has been so weird and so different. We just found out that we're only allowed to have gatherings of 10, so all these restaurants that are open are now closed in Pennsylvania, and they're takeout only, and our store has just had even more challenges laid upon it as we approach closer to Christmas Day. And there's so many things that we're taking in. We have flooding of emails, we have this, we have that, we want to decorate, we want to do cookies, we want to, I'm already feeling the stress and the energy. So find that mantra, find that pink positivity, and share it with me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, shoot me a DM. I want to know what it is, or tag me on your story and I'd be happy to tag it back. I can't wait to see what you all have going on, and I wish you the happiest of holidays. Douglas will be back next Saturday, so I'm actually you'll have to check out the newsletter. That's basically what I wanted to share, is check out the newsletter. I will be sending one again on Thursday with my Thursday guest, so you'll be able to have all of that information, and I will let you know what's coming up for the rest of the year while my boyfriend's in town. I have a couple things that might be in store that are going to be a little different than normal, so I just wanted to share them all with you there. So check out that newsletter, and if you're not following the newsletter, it is in the show notes, so you can always click on that and get your email in, and I'll send you out the newsletter. Each week it comes with a free 15-minute yoga reset, which everyone has time for 15 minutes to zen themselves out, and I offer that for free. It also has all updates on the podcast, a weekly quote, and a weekly word. It's a unique word. It reminds me of Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek. If anyone loves that show, I love Catherine O'Hara. I can't watch Home Alone anymore without seeing Miss Moira Rose. But that is something that I just absolutely love, and all of her unique words she always uses. So I put a unique word in there, and I always give you a challenge if you want to utilize that in the week, and you want to tag me and let me know how you utilize the word. But enjoy the rest of your week. This is a great way for you to start off your week and just kind of get yourself motivated as we come closer to Christmas Day. I wish you all a blessed and happy evening, and I will see you soon.